around 12 o'clock right now. I'm hiking in for the evening. I've already gone probably 3/4 of a mile, and I probably have a mile and a half left. I'm just gonna sneak my way up there. This is where a buckeye called Curly's hanging out, and that big 10 point I had 25 yards on our tree season. But I'm going way back in there. We have a ton of snow and it's still falling. It's a good foot here. The snow's kind of quiet to walk through right now, but once you get to that bottom layer, it kind of packs in and makes that sound. So I think I should be able to possibly sneak up on some deer today. The game plan is though, get over on this ridge, walk the ridge, and just kind of keep my eyes down below. There is some super thick laurel over there, and those bucks should be hiding there right now. Alright, so I'm up on this top, looking down. I'm standing here for like 30 seconds. I see a deer coming. Ends up being a doe. Then there's another doe with it. I'm just gonna hang out here for a little bit. The one keeps kind of looking down to the right, so I don't know if there's another deer down there. So I just left those two doe down there. Now I'm hiking straight up to this top. The top's still up there a couple hundred feet. So I just found a deer bed. So what this is, about a third of the way down the mountain from the top, on this little point, there's a deer bedded here. It looks like it just left a little bit ago, probably 30 minutes ago, maybe. I have more beds marked on the same exact elevation right over here. So what I'm gonna do is get to the very top, walk that top. The wind's going this way, so I can just walk right up there. Keep my eyes down here. Maybe we'll see it. So that's the bed I just filmed. Came up the hill and there's two more, and this is a pretty big bed. There's some scat in it, but it's not very big scat. No, I didn't spook these deer because here's the tracks. There's snow on the tracks leaving the bed. Going up there. Okay, I can't talk really loud. I got a nice 10 point bedded down here. A little over 100 yards. I just watched them bed down. I was almost gonna shoot them and they just beds down. I hit him pretty good. I don't know if I was standing in the video or not. He buckled real hard. There was another buck, but I'll tell you a story later. I gotta find. Make sure he's not wounded. Oh, there he. He was just limping off right here. I shot him again. We got him. He's right here. I'm speechless. My hands are so cold right now. Right here he lays 10-point baby. I didn't. What? What the heck just happened? I'm gonna go get my stuff up here. And I'm gonna walk you through the hunt, but he's dead right there. I'm so excited, man. That's a nice buck. That's a nice buck. Mom and Dad.
Hello?
Hello.
What are you doing?
Just shot a nice 10-point.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Was it the one you're looking for?
No, it's not him. I hunted there this morning and I didn't see that buck, but I came over here and to a spot where I saw that really big 10-point archery. This is a nice 10-point. He's not huge, but he's a nice buck.
Yeah. Is he bigger than the one you shot a couple years ago?
No, he's not that big.
Oh. That'll be big. How far are you away from your truck?
It'll be an easy drag. It's all flat, or mostly downhill and flat, but I'd say 2 miles.
2 miles?
Yeah, 1.5 miles, 2 miles.
Can you handle that?
Yeah, Chris is around because he got called off work today. I want to call him and we'll get up here and he'll help me drag it.
Good job.
Thanks. Alright, so I'll walk you through the story here. I'm coming down this hill. I jump 2 doe. They go this way and they blow. And I get down on this little flat here. And I marked a point right here on this flat because there was a good intersection of deer tracks. And I come and I get right here. And I'm like, that looks like a deer. Like it looked, I was like, I saw something move down there. I'm like, that's gotta be a deer. So I pull up. I'm like, holy crap, it's a nice buck. So I get rested on this tree right here. And I'm watching, I'm just getting ready to pull the trigger. My camera's in my pocket. And he's digging. I was like, he's digging for acorns or something. And then he just beds down. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I set the camera here up, put my camera on this tree, put it on that buck. And I walked down there probably 25 more yards. And I could see the buck good. And I saw something move to my left. I'm like, holy crap, there's another buck. So I pull up the scope on him. He's a little basket rack 8-point. And he's at 50 yards. I could have shot him. And 10-point is probably like 100 yards, a little less than 100 yards. And then I look to my right and there's a doe standing there at 100 yards and my wind's going right at her. So I'm like, I gotta get this buck to stand up before this doe blows and it's over. So I start whistling. I probably whistled 4 or 5 times and he finally stands up, licks himself, and then he moves his head, boom, I shoot him, he kicks real hard, starts running off, and then he starts walking off. I was like, I gotta go get this deer, I don't want him to be wounded. So I get down there, run down there, I could see his back, and I shot him right through the spine, I think, and he drops, and he's dead down there. But I'm gonna gather my stuff up here, I'll take you where I shot him, where the buck bedded, and we'll follow and see where he's at. Alright, so this is where I snuck down to. And here's where I stood, and I just used this right here as a rest. That little 8-point's bedded somewhere over here, and then that buck was bedded down here where I shot him. Let's get down to the shot. There's a lot of tracks in here. They must have just been getting up, feeding, bedding down again. Right here you can see where they're feeding around. So this is the bed that he was in. Right there's hair from where I hit him on impact. Man, that was a pretty good shot. Clear up through there. I didn't think it was that far. Somewhere over 100 yards, under 150 yards. But yeah, right here, just batted along here. You can see where they're feeding around. And this is where he took off. So I shot him here. Surprised there's no blood. There's hair clear back there. So these would have been his tracks. Right here, him running. There's no blood. Some hair. There's some blood right there. More blood, more blood. Yeah, he started to open up in here. Kind of stood here. Walked up here. This is the farthest I've ever had a deer run with a rifle. I mean, those tracks are the biggest that I've seen today. I think I've mostly been seeing doe tracks. Bleeding. Walks up here. Right here. This is where I shoot him again. He drops down. And there he lays right there. Whew. It's a nice buck. Not huge. Not little. 10 point. Broke off right here. He's still a... I guess it'd be a 9 if you want to count that as a point. We'll see. Alright, here he is. My 2019 buck. Beautiful 9.5 point. He broke this point off here, but I might still count it. Might be an inch there. But yeah, not a huge buck, not a tiny buck. I'm pretty happy with it. That's freaking awesome. This is the second day of rifle season. I hunted with my dad the first day and he shot a 7 point. And man, I can't even begin to tell you how much I hunted in archery season and passed up 9 bucks. And I had 11 bucks total in range. Of course, the 2 that I had in range, I couldn't get a shot at and they were big. But I'm very happy with this buck. He's beautiful. Beautiful mountain buck. This is also an area I've never been. I just wanted to hike down here because what it is, this is a south-facing mountain and we have a north wind today. I just wanted to walk down here and just kind of look around because I've never been here. I think it's just a super overlooked area, as well as I'm 2 miles from my car. I'm 2 miles from this parking lot. I'm 2 miles from my car. And there's no access from this side. So it's just really remote back here. And Chris is hunting up in New York right now. He's being generous enough to come down here and help me. But yeah, I'm happy with this buck. You know, this is awesome. I was going after a real big buck. I had the sheds too, a big 8 point, and I was after him today. And something like this comes in, I just couldn't pass him up. This is a beautiful buck, and I'm a senior in college. I graduate here in 2 weeks, and I have a lot of work to be doing. So this is nice to be able to get this buck, and now I can focus on my studies a little bit more, and then graduate. Here he is. Not a bad buck. So from the time I left my car till now, I've walked, I'd say 4.5 miles, but I'm probably 2 miles from the car. I'm gonna get him got it up, tagged up, and be on our way. Well, Chris just called me. He is stuck in New York. So I got a 2-mile drag solo. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm getting in the car. I'm ordering a large pepperoni stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. I'm getting a hot shower. We're ripping. So I drug that buck about a mile. I left him there. Chris got unstuck. And while Chris was doing that, I went to Pizza Hut, got some fuel, pepperoni, pineapple, stuffed crust. And while us 3 are gonna hike up in there, drag this buck out. Here's a dragon Stallion. How we feeling, Ty?
Fat.
Freaking flatlanders, I tell you.
Yeah, you boys from... Where are you from, Lancaster? Or is that an insult?
It's dolphin.
Dauphin.
Even worse.
Pretty rough dragging crew, but you gotta take it you can get here in the mountains.
You can do it yourself next time. Kept them warm. Dude!
Thanks, man.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Ty.
He's thick.
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm calling him the 9.5 point.
Okay.
The old 9.5 point.
Where's the half?
Right there.
Old 9.5 point.
Broke brow times.
A blizzard of 19.
Got him rigged up on the old ice fishing sled.
About to go rip some lips.
Go catch some crappies through the hard water.
Over there?
Let's go. What do you have to say?
Oh, my God.
All right, so I shot that buck around 2 o'clock, and it's 8 o'clock right now, and we just got him out of the woods. I think when I talked to you last, I walked 5 miles. I've now walked 9 miles today.
Wow.
Crazy. How do you feel? Was that a good drag?
It was a good drag. The sled helped a little bit.
That was the farthest drag of my life there.
That was rough. Just that little section.
Carried him.
So my buddy down on the road's got some Alaska Malamutes. We could go get 3 or 4 of them up. We could go and strap them down, and maybe they'll drag them out. I'm sure they'd like to.
What are they?
Alaska Malamutes. The ones with curly tails.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. Got some freaking torque in them.
jeez. That's some torque. That's some major
Dude,
torque.
they're low to the ground, so they get like that real good grip.
Hit
Real
them
good
up.
balls, yeah.
Hit them up.
All right, his name's Brody. I'm gonna have to go. Brady catches about 10 stock trout a freaking day. Goes, smokes them, and then feeds them to his sled dog. Feeds them to his sled dogs. Yeah, Brady with the Alaska Malamutes. Yeah.
Down under.
Hold on there. Man nearly lives in the shed, but his dogs are kept real warm. Off the main road, about 10 minutes. Way back there.
Don't make that first right. You'll get shot.
Yeah, they get shot. They're real rough over. That's the Baxters. Yeah,
That's the Schneiders.
Schneiders. Alarm. Plow trucks don't come out until 10 the next morning. It's 9 o'clock at night. Getting set. I'll get some hot milk. I'm sitting in my recliner. I freaking hear a knock on the door. I'm like, who the hell is knocking on my door at 10 o'clock at night? I walk up, it's Maurice. He's wearing caribou skins. I'm like, where'd you get the caribou skins? He's like, no, don't worry about that. I'm going hunting. I'm like, no, it's 9 o'clock at night. You're going coyote hunting. He's like, no, we're walking to the game lands. I'm like, Maurice, there's not game lands for another 40 minutes outside of town. He's like, got snowshoes. We're good. So we're walking. We hunt all day. It's 3:40 in the morning the next day. Right now we're carrying our buck. We have to make it to the road, and then from the road we have to go out for another 10 miles at least.
At least. They're not plowed.
They're not plowed. No. If you want plow.
North here? Up north? They don't plow. You have 4-wheel drive, or you just not go anywhere?
If you want plowed roads, you go down south. Yeah. Go eat a cheesesteak out in Philly.
Yeah, flatties.
Flatties.
What's a plow?
Hell if I know.
He's falling bloodshot. He thinks he hit the buck real hard. He's falling blood. He gets down to the buck. It's a nice buck, nice 9 point. He gets down there. He goes to pick up the buck's antlers, and boom, buck stands up.
Pulls a buck, goes
Buck stands.
Buck stands up,
gives him an old G3 to the eye.
Give him a good old brow time to the eye. That's why it's broken. Damn,
The brow time broke off and Uncle on my skull. Alright?
people say it's still in there today. That's why he twitches whenever he eats pea soup.